Is
a
a
pie.
crumble not a pie?
It's your tops. No, it's a crumble.
What the fuck? It's made with a pie crust. What do you mean it's not a pie?
A crumble doesn't have pie crust underneath. Just has crumble on top.
It's just apples. Okay, right. It's made in those weird dishes. Yeah. I've seen apple crumble pies though.
Are you talking about like a crisp, like an apple crisp?
No, apple pie. Apple pie. Yeah, apple pie's up there.
Yeah, dude, I
Is
can,
crumble a type of pie?
I
no.
thought it was because I've seen it in pie crusts, but I know the traditional way isn't a pie, so fair enough.
What is the difference between a pie and a crumble?
A crumble traditionally doesn't have like pie crust underneath the fruit.
Why do you know this?
I'm a big pie guy.
Oh, so your list is gonna be good then.
Hey, you keep on breathing on that mic pretty good though too.
I
Real.
just moved it. Am I still what? How? Oh,
Well, it's like
maybe I gotta-
when you breathe out big gusts of air onto the microphone, it makes it that's picked up.
It's not like I'm breathing it onto the microphone. Like the microphone was underneath me.
You need a goddamn mic. You need a snowball.
I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Art. Yeah.
We can talk about it. So the main issue why I haven't been able to buy a mic is because for the past little bit I've only had one car that I got to share between me and the girlfriend. So I haven't really had a car at my disposal to go out and just get stuff with when I have time to.
So like
That's-
after work, you can't just stop by London Drugs or something.
Well, typically, like one London Drugs doesn't have it. I'd have to go to like Long McQuaid or something like that. And there, a lot of like those specialty music stores are only open 9 to 5.
Pretty sure London Drugs has mics.
They have mics, but not USB mics. Then I'd have to get like a whole bunch of other stuff to make the mic work.
Interesting.
I mean, like, there's also the option of the internet. You could
Yeah,
just
Amazon.
buy one online.
I can't have stuff delivered to me. Is the issue with that?
Oh, that's
Why?
yeah. Why?
I live in a basement suite, so it never comes to my door. It goes to my landlord.
So you think your landlord's gonna steal it, or
I don't
what?
think he's gonna steal it. It's just I feel like sometimes there's just things that I can't control that just get mailed here in my name, and I feel bad enough when that happens because he has to message me and be like, "Hey, this is here for you," and I'm not exactly. Not only when he messages me, it's like I'm not inconvenienced where I'm like, "Oh, I'll just come upstairs and get it." It's like, oh, okay, I'll schedule a time with you to pick it up, or oh, now you can go like put it by like my front door, and I'll get it when I'm home. And sometimes I'm not home for days at a time, so he'll just see it sitting in front of the front door, and he's like, "Well, I don't want someone else to take it."
Yeah.
So I just feel bad. More the thing is, I just feel bad inconveniencing him. To have stuff of mine mailed to the house, so I try not to do that if I don't have to.
Okay, but I mean, it's an option that works, or you could just not get a mic.
What are you talking about?
Like, if you need to get a new mic, like why? Like, what is your other option? You said that you don't have a car, so why don't you order it?
Well, I was just gonna wait till I get a car. And then I was just gonna wait till we got back to 2 cars, and then I'd have time to go pick up a mic.
Yeah, did you sell your car?
Yeah. But which is the whole reason why I was like, we were talking about buying the whole car conversation was, yeah, because I was like going to sell my car. I had to buy a new car. Anyway, I bought a new car, and I pick it up on Sunday. I pick up the new car on Sunday, so I'm planning to go like mic shopping on Wednesday, I think.
All right,
That's
nice.
not a guarantee that I'll find something.
Right.
Cool.
Okay.
Well,
Snowballs are kind of hard to find in store. I don't even know if they make them anymore.
I saw some snowballs at London Drugs. That's why I brought that up. But
Oh,
No, they don't sell snowballs. You're wrong. You didn't see that.
you should have picked me up one.
I was thinking of picking up myself one, like getting a
Wow.
brand new one.
Would it be much different than your current?
There was like a smaller one. I think it was just like shorter and smaller. I think that would just be better with my setup because right now my TV's hanging off my wall and like it kind of clips with the mic if I'm trying to like move my TV out or anything. So I was just hoping for like a little bit shorter one, and yeah, I was just gonna get a nice little.
Just cut the stand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
So when are we building my PC?
Whenever you order all your parts,
You were supposed to tell me what parts to order.
I didn't
and
know
what
I
they
was. That's what I was
Well,
doing.
well, yeah, I was like, why don't we just? Because I basically messaged you. I was
Basically.
saying- I was saying, hey, I want to get a computer built. And you're like, okay, yeah, we can do that. But I think you should know what's going on inside the computer
So I'll
to,
build it with you. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, cool. And then you're like, cool. And then nothing else happened.
So from that conversation, I should have just assumed you wanted me to order all your computer parts.
Well, no. It was just kind of, that's why I said when are we building a PC is why I said turn off this conversation the way that it did.
Let's do that sometime.
Okay, see now we're in the same position that we ended in last time when nothing happened.
Cool.
Okay, great.
Alright, so how okay,
what it sounds like is it sounds like I'm
Shalom.
gonna end up buying a pre-built.
Shalom.
Nah.
Here's your homework for here's your homework for the day.
Ooh, we haven't done homework in a while.
Yeah. So this time you need to figure out how much you want to spend on a PC, and from there,
I don't know if this is like the best podcast. Is this the best podcast topic? I don't know.
I wasn't gonna go in depth into it. I was just gonna like get a budget.
Realistically, how cheap can I build one for?
I haven't looked lately, but I think I heard GPUs are going down in price, and that's like the main price of a computer.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're still going down in price, and they've got a long way to go down in price because a big driving force of them going down in price is because crypto is getting absolutely fucked.
Exactly.
We're heading into what people are calling a crypto winter. So, or like
who calls it that?
um,
Crypto winter? Never heard of that before.
I've seen multiple articles just like titling it that, or like just saying like people are saying we're going to like it's like a what are the other examples with that? It's like there's like a nuclear winter. I don't know. I don't know why they're calling it a crypto winter, but basically what they mean is a crypto recession, I guess. But I mean that's the thing is the whole fucking market's in a recession right now. So what do you? I don't know.
There's a website that you should check out. It's called PC Part Picker. You just kind of you pick everything. You go through like they have lists. They have prices for the list.
I don't know what these things do. Like,
and
I
do
don't know
some
how a
research.
computer works. Okay,
Like
yeah, see that's what I wanted to avoid. I just wanted to kind of have you like just put all the pieces.
Well, why don't you
together.
just pay him to build you a PC then?
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
I mean, if you wanna pay me to build you a PC and I can make commission on it, sure, I'll do that.
No. Hey, no. He asked me first.
Well, you just said no. You just said no.
I said he's gonna have to pay me to do that. I ain't gonna just build it for him.
That's what I just said. That's what I literally just said.
Yeah.
But all right.
I was expecting that he would want something for it. I didn't think it was gonna be free. I mean, I thought, I don't know. I didn't think you'd want much for it because.
Well, yeah, I mean,
particularly difficult. Like it's.
Yeah, I also thought we'd like talk more about it, but then we didn't end up talking more about it until just now.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't realize that there's that much to talk about. Like I feel like just me talking about it or you talking to me about it is pointless. Like you might as well look left and start talking about it because I ain't gonna get it.
Well, you're the one using it.
Yeah, I know. I know how to use a computer to like watch YouTube and stuff.
No, but that's what you need to talk about. Like, what are you going to be using it for so you know what the PC will need?
Oh, I think he could guess that good enough.
I think we should go more in depth with this later because there's a lot of questions.
Like what?
I don't want to ask them right now. It's gonna take a bit.
This is stupid. Why are we fucking talking about this right now?
Back to my question. What's your
entertaining.
What's your
like,
top
I don't
3
even
pies?
understand how RAM works.
Yeah, we'll talk about that after. So back to my question. What's your top 3 pies?
Alright, for me, I like... Should I go last?
Oh yeah, since you're a pie connoisseur, yeah, maybe you should go last.
Wait, hold on. Are we... Just for like round rules, are these pies you buy from a store or homemade or from a bakery?
Welcome to Arguably a Podcast. It is episode 18 or 19? 19 of Arguably a Podcast.
Jake.
I'm Liam.
I didn't realize we were that into it yet. I thought we were still kind of like warming up. Yeah, that's cool. So, store bought, homemade, or
Uh,
from a bakery?
I didn't think about that. I guess whatever.
Whatever the best pies are.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
whatever the
no, I mean
best is.
it really. I mean, the best pie changes from the
Pie to
three
pie.
Well,
answers.
yeah, so
Yeah,
you have
Well,
to
no,
give the answer.
a baked certain pie versus a homemade certain pie. Yeah. But you're going last, anyways. Because
okay.
do you want to go last? Because yeah,
Yeah, I can go last.
Okay, well, I don't even know. I mean, how many pies are there?
like 10 at
How many
least.
There's like
pies?
10 pies.
There's a pie for every like.
There's a handful of pies.
There's
Have
at
you had a
least a pie for
pomegranate pie
every fruit.
before?
What?
Have you ever had a pomegranate pie before?
No.
See, I don't know, because there's a lot of pies that I haven't had.
Is pomegranate pie a thing?
I don't know. There's a pie for every fruit, apparently.
I don't
Mango
understand
pie.
why you're confused about how many pies there are. If you haven't had it, then it's not going to be one of your favorites.
Well, I mean, not yet, obviously, but if I try it and it
So
turned
out
out to
of
be my favorite, then
everything,
it might be my favorite.
I feel like you're getting. You gotta stop talking to me. You're getting dumber. This is such a me thing to say. You're trying to scale a pie that you've never had.
I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm just getting
Yes,
like
you
a
are.
No, I'm not. You keep inferring what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to get a more accurate frame of reference to answer this question. Like, there might be pies that I'm forgetting about that I have tried before.
The only frame of reference you need is to the other pies that you've had. Why are you trying to reference pies that you haven't had?
All right, fine. I don't know how to order them though. Fuck. Okay.
1 to 3.
Well, yeah, I don't know which one I like more though. So fuck you.
Oh my god. All right, I'll go first.
Ugh.
God.
Apple pie is my favorite, and then pumpkin pie is a close second up there. And as a pie connoisseur, do you accept cheesecake as a pie? Because that's typically made in a pie crust, right?
Cheesecake is not made in a pie crust.
Well, you've had some bad cheesecake.
No,
Okay.
that's not true.
Anyways, if cheesecake doesn't count, then strawberry rhubarb is a number 3. I love that sweet and sour taste, but it depends on my mood. Like if I'm not in a sour mood, I hate that pie. But
You're
I'm
always
feeling
in a
it.
sour mood.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
So one of those pies made it to my top 3 list. Any guesses as to which one that might be?
Pumpkin.
apple.
You're both wrong.
Fuck.
Was
Uh,
it
no. It was no, it was the accepted answer. Strawberry rhubarb pie. I don't know which one I like more though. Fuck. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say because it really depends on it depends on the mood. If I'm in like a sour bittery mood, then that's number 1 easily. But if I'm not in a sour sweet mood, then number 1 is peanut butter ice cream pie. Fucking
Ooh,
delicious. So good.
sounds delicious.
peanut butter? Where are you getting this from?
Homemade. I have never seen it anywhere else.
Okay.
It's fucking
So sorry.
yummy.
Again, are all these pies that we're comparing homemade pies?
The strawberry rhubarb pie. Okay, so yeah, okay. Number 1, strawberry rhubarb pie. Number 2 would be the peanut butter ice cream pie, just because I'm often in a sour mood. More often than not, I'm in a sour mood. But if I'm in a savory mood, then peanut butter ice cream pie beats it. And then if I'm in a sweet mood, that's where number 3 comes in with the lemon meringue pie.
Ooh.
Ugh.
I like lemon pie. I don't like the meringue part of lemon meringue. Like,
Really?
without meringue, I would love lemon pie.
Really? I love just like meringue cookies. Just like a cookie of meringue, a crunchy meringue.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Is it because it just is like it's basically like just like
But I
A
don't really
marshmallow?
like marshmallows.
ah.
Yeah.
Unless it's on a s'more. and there has to be more graham cracker and chocolate than marshmallow. And it's still like it's just I'm not a huge fan of
Yeah,
those.
it very much reminds me of microwaved marshmallows. If you've ever tried that before, have you
Not
guys
who
tried
made
that
Rice
before?
Krispie squares.
I mean maybe, but I'm just thinking like you just put like a mushroom, a marshmallow on a plate and put it in the microwave and just let it like expand.
You don't microwave Rice Krispie squares.
No,
Oh,
like,
Definitely don't.
but like to make them, you don't just put marshmallows in a bowl with Rice Krispies.
what?
You put marshmallows in like a pot and like cook it down. I think with like something else. I don't think it's just marshmallows. I think it's like marshmallows and
Butter.
something. Yeah,
Oh,
made
I've
into
never
like
made
a
Rice
sauce.
Krispies before.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
that would be.
Right?
Jake, I also think I misspoke about the whole cheesecake thing. Reason why, like, because key lime pie uses the cheesecake
Oh,
crust,
yeah.
but I think more the issue is the like consistency of the top of the cheesecake, like the filling, is more cake-like than it is pie-like.
Right.
So I think that's where the big
Fair
difference.
enough.
As for
That
my
makes sense.
pies,
Okay, well, I see. I just looked up is cheesecake a pie, and the first result is a pastry that is a crumb filled with custard and baked. In my mind, is a pie. So that's just someone's opinion. So what is the definition of a pie?
what is the definition of a pie?
I mean, that's what it comes down to. A baked dish of fruit or meat and vegetables, typically in a top and base of pastry.
That's also not true because there's pies that aren't baked.
It's not true. The first definition in the dictionary, wrong.
I
False.
feel like
So-
I've seen a lot of pies without a top as well,
Yeah,
like an open topped pie.
Now that is the first definition of pie, and there are no other definitions.
like
Actually,
even like
where
a
are the
lemon
other?
meringue, a
Yeah.
lemon meringue pie isn't baked.
But the pie crust is baked.
That's
So-
The pastry has to be baked if it's crust.
So it's just okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. So anything in a pie crust is a pie.
Apparently,
Yeah, all pie crusts would be baked because like otherwise they would be inedible or just like get you sick kind of thing.
Yeah. So a pie is anything that you put in a pie crust, essentially.
a pie is a baked dish which uses what the fuck? A pie is a baked dish which usually. Why is this so hard for me to read? It is a dish which is usually made of. Oh my god!
Yeah. Here, just like make the little symbols with your hands.
Yeah. Oh my
One
god! It's
word at a
I should read it off the fucking monitor in front of me. Pie is a baked dish which is usually made of a pastry dough casing that contains a filling of various sweet or savory ingredients. So,
What monitor were you reading it off of?
my smaller monitor to the side. It's kind of like off to the side. Yeah.
So turning your head straight helps you read better.
It's also a lot bigger.
Oh, that might help you.
And yeah, it's also closer to me.
Okay, so just everything was better about the other monitor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds like the second monitor is pretty irrelevant if you can't use it.
Well, I mean, I use it for, I don't know, side stuff, but I mean, this is
Just-
main stuff
just-
right now. It's not
Just
side
storage.
stuff.
You have another monitor just for screen storage. and
I
you're
mean,
like, "Yeah, I don't
okay,
wanna look
you
at that
you
right
try
now."
streaming with only one monitor and you see how that goes.
I would if I had a PC built.
Well, whose fucking problem is that?
I'm well aware that it's mine. I'm trying to solve
And
it.
who's
It's not-
okay?
oh,
I sort of
Don't
meant
solve
whose
it.
fault with that. I sort of meant whose fault is that, and it's also your own. But anyways,
So here's about pies. As far as I'm concerned, a pie doesn't get much better in getting it from a bakery. And like I don't mean like a grocery store bakery or anything like that. Like I mean like locally owned mom and pop shop type of thing, bakery where all they do for a living and all they're concerned about is making baked goods. In my experience, that's where the best pies come out of. Yeah, and saying that, like obviously some bakers are better than others, but they all beat like the store and the restaurant. So
Hey,
my favorite. Oh, should I go from like favorite, like the list of top three, favorite to least favorite?
go third to first.
Third to first. Okay. Third would have to be a banana cream pie.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Do I need to explain why, or?
I do like some banana flavored. Just I like banana flavoring in general. That makes sense. I kind of forgot
That's
about that though.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, I like it, and a lot of the time it's always a bit of a surprise because some places do it with like a meringue on top, and then some places do it with like a whipped cream type of thing on top. So when they hit and then when they're good, it's amazing. But a lot of the time they're just not great, and each different bakery does like their own little spin on it that doesn't hit some of the time. So it's one of those things where when it's good, it's really good, and when it's bad, it's shit. Like just awful, like unedible.
Fair
Think about
enough.
it. It has a little bit of mystery to it.
As a side note though, I feel like a mix of banana cream with that peanut butter pie would be really good. Peanut butter
Oh,
banana. I feel like that. Oh,
Definitely could be.
it sounds like a milkshake.
yeah, but it's a
Yeah.
pie. Like,
Sounds like a milkshake and a pie crust.
oh, it counts as a pie. Anyways, it's in a pie
Yeah,
crust.
I mean, I guess it does count as a pie. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The second one I'd have to go with is I don't know how like just it's. I guess the best way I can describe it is like it's a fresh fruit pie. So normally, like you know how when you get a fruit pie, it's filled with not only the fruit, but the fruit is also turned into like kind of a puree, where it's like
Yeah,
a jelly type of
that's
form
like
with
the
mixed
apple
in with that
pie.
fruit. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that, right? I'm not talking about it like that. I'm just talking about like it's just like the fresh fruit. And typically they sit on some type of a custard or something. Not always though. Sometimes it could even just be the fruit itself and in like an open pie crust. You know, have you ever had like a fruit tart?
Yeah.
I've
Like
had a
picture
fruit
that,
pie.
but yeah, like yeah, fruit pie. Like those I would put in as number two. Because and they're always nice because they just use whatever fruit is in season at that time. You never have to worry about like not getting like grapefruit.
Yeah, I was
Typically.
gonna say it depends on the quality of fruit. So
Yeah, but then again,
yeah.
like normally when you go to a bakery, they're using organic like whole food shit. So top notch, and they're hand picking through it all.
Ooh.
Like that one, but it's also very pricey. To get a fresh fruit pie, very pricey. And number one would have to be apple. I feel like apple is the
Yeah.
best benchmark for like every other pie. Like if I'm going to a new place and I'm feeling kind of iffy about all their desserts, I'll get an apple pie. I'll get the apple pie with like some ice cream because I figured even though it might not be the best apple pie, it's not going to be something I hate. It's not going to be terrible. It's always like I've never had a bad apple pie. You know?
Yeah. Apple pies are very good. I mean, they didn't make my top list just because if I went for a fruit, I went for like a fruit style, like apples, like a classic fruity pie styled pie, then I feel like apple is it's just a little bit monotone, like a little bit too average. I don't know. I've probably had I don't know. Like, compared to strawberry rhubarb pie, I've probably had like 10 times more apple pies in my life. So I guess it's just the variance is what attracts me to the strawberry rhubarb because the apple pie is good, it's great, but it's like everybody has had a good apple pie before, and it's like a good apple pie isn't super hard to come by, but a good strawberry rhubarb pie is fucking nah. It's rare. I guess the exclusivity sort of draws my attraction.
But like, what if you get a strawberry rhubarb pie and it's not good? And it's like really not good. The strawberries are all sour, rhubarb's all crunchy.
Well, the pie is sour,
No, but like I mean, like you never had like a sour strawberry, like a
but
real.
strawberry rhubarb pie is the whole point. It being sour.
But
I feel like.
it still like walks a line between like sour and sweet. I'm talking about like sour, like green apple sour, or like Sour Patch Kids sour.
But it's
I love
supposed
both
to
of
be
those.
sour.
Not
Those are
that
all good
sour.
sours. Those are the sours that are advertised and sold. Like green apple. Like that's like the most popular sour.
But they're not like you don't want that in a pie. Like it's a distinctly different type of sour.
But you do if you want a strawberry rhubarb pie. That's the pie that you're going. That's the flavor that you're after. Because apple pies don't have that. Apple pies
No, they
don't
don't.
have that sour little tang to
They
them,
don't. I
and I
will
like
agree in
that.
saying I will agree in saying that strawberry rhubarb is more sour than an apple pie, but I don't know why you guys are like struggling to see how it could be too sour if you use like unripe strawberries.
I mean, you could also use
Like
fucking
maybe
rotten
sour straw.
apples to make a fucking apple pie. If you use bad fruit, you can
Sure.
make a bad pie. It's not like you said earlier. You said a bad like a bad apple pie doesn't exist. No, surely it exists. It's just it's harder to make a bad apple pie, probably.
That's what I'm saying, but like a strawberry rhubarb pie is such a niche thing.
But we're
To
talking about the
get it.
best of the best.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying most of the time when you go to get it, you're not going to get the best of the best. The
Yeah,
odds are
but
less likely.
yeah, we're talking about when we got the best of the best.
Okay, yeah,
Like
whatever.
well, your favorite experience. Not your. We're not talking about the bad experiences. We're not talking about the three worst pies.
I'm just saying, but we're not talking about a pie specifically. We're talking about a flavor of pie as a whole
Yeah, I think it's a great flavor.
when it's made right.
Yeah, but that's the flavor that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, then I got to redo my whole list if this is how we're doing it. Based on that information, like I put banana cream as third. But I was saying like when it's really good, it's the best pie there is. But when it's bad, it's terrible. And that's why I put it as third. That was
Ah,
my whole argument for that.
well, goddamn.
Um, so now I don't know what to. So
Jake, you're the one who.
I had to take an Uber earlier. I had to take an Uber earlier this week.
I mean, Jake, you're the one who asked the question, so you can you can assign those regulations if necessary. I mean, that's just how I understood the question.
I was thinking just the pie that's your favorite. I wasn't thinking this in depth, man. I was just thinking of a good pie. I was trying to get some recommendations going, and yeah,
But what if they use some fucking sour fucking strawberries?
man. See, I feel like if you cook the jam right that the strawberry rhubarb's in, the strawberries don't really do much. Like the rhubarb is the most sour part, and the strawberry is just the flavoring. If you get a sour strawberry in there, it's just gonna blend in with the rhubarb. It's still gonna be.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I had to take an Uber earlier this week. So actually the whole having like one car thing, right? Um, Wednesday I didn't work. I had the day off. I was like, I'm gonna go see the new Top Gun movie. Also, if you ever get a chance, really watch it. Like,
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty
yeah,
good.
but
I've
it
only
is
heard good about it.
so good.
Yeah.
It was like it blew. Like I heard it was good, and I went in with the expectations of it being good. And I watched like the first movie. First movie wasn't that great, to be honest. The original Top Gun, I didn't like it a whole lot. But it's set up for this movie, and having seen the first movie right before watching this one made this one so much more enjoyable.
I heard you
There's
do
like
not need
no,
to see the old one. I heard this one is amazing whether or not you saw the old one. I actually
and
saw that
that
the first one doesn't hold up and it's not necessarily I heard that it doesn't really enhance the viewing experience, but I mean, probably does just having more background knowledge.
it's not necessarily the background. I guess it is the background knowledge. It's just like there's little like Easter eggs in the second one that if you saw the first one, you'll go like, they played into that again. They talked or they
Right.
yeah. It's just, so it just makes it like as a viewer, it just like adds a little something that you might not get if you didn't see the first one. Just makes it there's just more of an experience. Anyway, I went to go and see it, but because I didn't have a car, I had to take an Uber to the theater. And the theater's about 10 minutes from my house, right? So I figured, okay, since it's 10 minutes from my house, I don't really like getting to movies super early. Like I like walking into the theater as soon as like the movie starts, or maybe there's like one like commercial or so before the movie starts, but then I'm like sitting down and the movie gets going. So I typically show up a little later than the show time. So I left myself like it took 10 minutes, like a 10-minute drive from my house to the theater, and then I left the Uber another 10 minutes to get to me. So like 20 minutes overall, right? So I put in where I want to go. I fill out all this stuff in the app. The Uber that accepted my ride to come and get me accepted my ride when he was still 40 minutes away doing another ride.
Oof, that sucks.
And I was just like, are you kidding? And it's not like I can reject it at that point. Like if I cancel, I got to pay $5 for starting up a ride that was accepted and then canceling it on that guy. But that guy was in the middle of dropping someone else off wherever they needed to go. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll set up myself for the next one after," but was 40 minutes away from me and still like in the middle of driving that guy. Like he had 20 minutes to drive and drop that person off that he was driving, and then he had a 20 minutes to get to me from where that person was.
That's rough.
And I had set this all up around the movie time. So by the time I got to the theater, the movie already, like, it was like 15, 20 minutes into the movie, and I didn't get my, like, snacks yet. And I wanted to get some snacks and food.
Yeah.
So I ended up, like, it ended up working out nicely for me to get to the showtime after. Like, there was, like, a whole bunch of different movie times, and I wanted to see one, but by the time I got there, I had to wait and see the next one, which was fine. And I just had to like sit through all the like trailers and stuff, which I wasn't a super big fan of. But it was just, it was really annoying. And I was annoyed that he spent more time trying to talk and conversate with me and like get me to the theater faster. And he knew I was going to the movie theater. So surely I was going to see a movie. And you think he'd like kind of put some extra oomph in to get me there sooner. But he was just nonchalantly talking to me about like his other side business where apparently like he's buying properties and building like condos on them and stuff. And as far as I know, like that's a pretty like stable market. Like typically people who are into that level of work are doing well for themselves financially. So I don't know why he was Ubering. But maybe
Probably
it's
just starting
a
out.
hobby. No,
Or
he was
hobby.
on his third. He was talking to me about getting his third building built.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, he probably manages that. I don't know. I mean, I don't think Ubers pay terribly.
Yeah, a couple extra bucks when you got some time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. But man. Anyway, that's my Uber story.
So I guess
I like the 5 stars.
I guess there's not a lot of Ubers around here though, and that's why that sort of happened, right?
Apparently not, unless I don't know. Unless everyone else was just further. It was just I would have just rather have waited for someone else who was closer by, and for him because like once he accepts the ride, no one else would be like become available to nobody else basically.
Right.
I'm sure if I just waited a little longer, someone else closer by would have been like,
So
"Oh,
how long did he make you wait after? I'm sort of got confused there. Like after he accepted it,
he accepted," and I had to wait like 40 minutes for him to get here.
and that was like 40 minutes after. Like when
So
was
basically,
when was it
accept-
scheduled?
so I like just scheduled it for as soon as possible,
Right.
essentially, right? And then he accepted it, but he still had 20 minutes of driving to do to drop off the person that he was currently driving. And then from where he dropped that person off was a 20-minute drive to pick me up.
Ah, right. And so at that point, how long until the movie started?
When I got there, when I got to the theater, the movie already started 20 minutes ago.
No, but like so I guess like when you made the arrangement, the movie was starting, or when he accepted it, the movie was starting in 20 minutes?
Yes.
Ah. I mean, to be fair, that means you were assuming that there was an Uber there for you immediately as soon as you like.
Yeah, I didn't leave a whole lot of wiggle room, but I figured, if I miss 5 minutes, I miss 5 minutes.
Right. I mean, I feel like you didn't leave them enough of a window there, to be fair, because if you needed to be somewhere in 20 minutes and that place is 20 minutes away,
No, but that's the thing. The place was 10 minutes away.
okay. Yeah, so 10 minutes for an Uber to get to you and then 10 minutes for them to drop you off. I feel like that is still not enough time. I would give them like if it was 10 minutes away, I would probably give them at least a little bit more time than that.
Oh, how long should I give him?
I would say if you're 10 minutes away, I mean, I would have probably.
All right, let's put some times in here. Like, let's say your movie's at 5 o'clock p.m. Right?
Okay.
The theater is 10 minutes away from you.
Right.
At what time are you calling the Uber?
Probably around 4.
For an hour early.
Well, can't you schedule it?
No.
So it's just as soon as it's like you are currently Ubering, and then as soon as someone or like you put up your thing that you want to get a ride, and then it's just from that window till you get dropped off.
They just they choose to accept it. Someone chooses to accept it.
Man, Uber sucks.
Yeah, man.
It's not as I thought it was like a lot more advanced than Taxi Ride, but no, it's just literally taxiing through an app. I thought it was a lot more fucking advanced than that. Jeez. But yeah, I would probably say around 4. Yeah. Or I would walk.
Salome feels reassured now. I think.
I
He's
mean,
very excited that you said that.
I mean, he was happy with his driver. Apparently, he gave him 5 stars. So, like, what's the point of the review?
Tip, though, that's where the real comes out.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. I wanna. Oh, that was so funny.
Did you tip your driver?
I forgot.
No, you forgot.
Because what happened? What happened, right? Is I knew I was still trying to make the movie, the original time that I set out for. So I just like left. I was like, thanks, and then just left and went to like buy my ticket and then go in line for my popcorn and stuff, right? Then as I was waiting, like after all that happened, like another 15 minutes went by, and then I was waiting for them to make my pulled pork poutine. And then I was like, oh, I'll check my phone real quick. And then, because like I had committed to switching movie times at that point, so I was just kind of chilling. And then I take out my phone, and then it's like, oh, would you like to tip so and so for your ride? But at this point, like 15 minutes had gone by, and I was like, oh well, that's too long. He already probably like assumes that I'm just not going to. So
Did you Uber home?
no,
Oh.
because Uber sucks.
Yeah, I definitely would have given more time than that.
An hour though, man. That's
I
so
feel like
long.
half an hour would be good
I
enough
hate-
if it's 10 minutes
Just
away.
hate waiting for stuff.
Well, it's like you can't just assume that the world is just gonna be waiting for you at all fucking
know.
moments. So
Like say you did it like an hour ahead of time, so your movie's at 5. Then say he was like 2 minutes away, so then at like 4:02 he got there and then dropped you off at the theater at 4:12. What are you doing with the rest of that time?
I don't know. Gave you my answer.
That's the issue. It's just
Yeah, but I wouldn't be fucking late. So if I'm more concerned about not being late, then I just would do that. I'd rather if it's that important for me to not be late and make sure I don't miss this one, then yeah, I would wait and just wait patiently for the fucking thing that I'm waiting for rather than just showing up late and missing it. But like if you have I guess you had the option of either seeing this one in 20 minutes or that one in an hour or whatever. So you're just like, okay, well it doesn't matter to me. So I guess we'll just see what happens.
that kind of won't matter because then I have to wait for the other one to start. But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, exactly. But you did. So yeah.
Well, I didn't really have much of a choice. The Uber guy made that decision for me.
Well, then it happened at some point.
You're not wrong. So yeah, that was my Uber story, and then I also covered. Oh, so that's the other thing I was going to talk about. Here, I mean, I don't really need to do that. So because I saw Top Gun after watching the first one, and then watching the trailer for the second one, watching the trailer, it was Tom Cruise was talking about how they wanted to do all the filming out of like the actual airplanes. So like all the stunts and stuff they used the actual fighter planes for, and they set up cameras in the planes to essentially just record the actors' reactions. And I found that super interesting because I couldn't even begin to comprehend like what it would feel like being flown around in one of those planes, and then also having to excuse me, and then also having to act as well.
Do you unplug
So
your mic when you do that?
I just muted it.
It's so weird. Like it sounds like a literal disconnect when that happens.
That's probably what happens electronically. It's probably just opens the circuit.
Yeah, but it's weird that it makes that noise. Like it's like a disconnection noise. Because normally it doesn't do that.
I'm sorry. I don't know
Wait,
what
wait,
to
wait.
tell you.
Let me mute my mic. Tell me what sound it makes.
Like it doesn't make a noise.
Did you do it?
Oh,
Yeah,
it
and
kinda-
like what about when my mic gets muted?
yeah, I heard nothing.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me when my mic mutes. Ready? Okay. Well, I muted it. Unmuted it.
Yeah, I heard the click.
I didn't hear it that
I
time.
didn't hear the mute, but I heard the unmute.
I wonder if it's just. Oh, I wonder if the sound is literally me sliding the button.
That's probably what it is.
I'm sliding it pretty close to the microphone.
That's probably what it is.
Wait, okay, let's see if you hear it now. Ready?
It's way less this time.
Oh. Okay, well that time I held it like right next to the microphone. Or maybe it happens like if I'm actively talking and then mute my
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's
That's because Discord's like projecting the audio up until the disconnection. That makes sense. Well, there we go. Learned something new today.
yeah, like Discord is better than Uber.
Yeah. All right.
Is that even comparable? I don't think it is.
I mean, I would
Come
agree
on.
though. I would agree.
Right.
I would agree. I think Discord is better than Uber as a thing.
Discord is more electronically capable than Uber is.
Well, I mean, I don't know how to compare that, but I think it's as like on a scale of good to bad. I would say Discord is better than Uber. At least in my experience, in my daily interactions with Uber
This is
and
stupid. I don't like
Discord.
this conversation at all. This is just
Discord.
stupid.
Discord's better than Uber for sure.
You got any questions, Liam?
Anyway, but back to the whole Top Gun
Oh.
thing though.
Oh, we're on top. Okay, yeah.
So one of the things that I got into like a wormhole of researching is how like different people react to G-force being portrayed on their body, and it was just something I found super fascinating because I watched this video of this one guy go up in a plane, and he was only able to handle like 7.5 worth of G's before he's like, I can't do this anymore, right? And then I saw this other girl go up in a fighter plane being like flown around by a pilot, and she was able to handle like 8 G's. What did she do? She did like 9 G's. She did 9.4 G's is what I think she did. And that was crazy to me because that was like no problem to her. She didn't even seem phased by it.
Yeah, there's a lot of training you can do that people
But
do.
both these people like weren't trained. They just inexperiencly did it. And like with this one lady, well, they had training just so like they could breathe. They both
Mhm.
did like breathing training to an extent. So I guess I don't know if their training was exactly the same or if one's was more.
And also
versus-
just like body mass and weight probably has to do with it, and certain physical aspects. It's probably a lot of variation, but
But I want to go to a thing that I guess simulates like G-force to see how much I can handle before I'm like, oof, that's not me. What I'm learning about myself is I just want to put my body through like physically horrible things. Apparently,
damn.
well, because like not too long ago we were talking about like I just want to do the Navy SEAL training to see if I could. Now this is like G-force training just to
NASA
why
training now? Navy SEAL
Yeah, I
training
guess
now,
so.
NASA training?
Working my way through like all like the different levels of the military for a country that I'm not even a part of.
Is NASA military?
Well, no, I guess like G-force would be more like Navy training or like Air Force training. Yes, I
I
don't
feel
know if
like
it'd be NASA.
going to space takes a lot more G-force than... Ah,
I feel like there's only so much G's that can be.
forced.
Yeah,
I
surely
feel
there's
like
a
the
limit.
G-force going to space is higher than the G-force of a fighter jet, but the fighter jet is more consistent.
Yeah, I don't know how because the going to space is just straight up, right?
Right, but you gotta go fast.
Yeah, fast, straight up. Now imagine going fast around a long turn. You know, I feel like that's more G's. Okay, because like think about it, right? Like if you're driving in your car, right, and you're going fast in a straight line, right, it's just like kind of pushing you back into the seat, right? But then if you're going fast around a corner, it feels like you're being pulled way more.
Yeah,
I
but
just looked it up.
that is the
And
G-force
apparently,
pulling you around the corner.
Yeah, but compare that to going straight.
If you're going straight, then but it's different if you're in a rocket ship because you're going to space and you're fighting 100%. Like you're going the opposite direction of gravity.
and if you're gonna be going G's, like lots of G's, there's probably like the seats are gonna be cushioned around your body, so it won't be pushing you as much. You'll be like falling into it. But also, I just looked it up, and apparently, fighter jets do experience more G's.
Oh, so yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what the most amount of G's they can produce is, because surely there's a limit. Like surely you can only do like some sort of like turn or like incline or decline at some acceleration speed where you just
Well, to turns, yeah. Well, no, because you rotate, like you do a barrel roll, and then you just go up, kind of thing.
do a barrel roll and then you go up. That's how you
Yeah.
create the most, like the maximum amount of G's.
No, that's how you turn. You don't just like turn like a car does. Like you're on the flat surface and you turn like that. You like rotate and you're playing sideways, and then you pull up. And
Oh,
it's, like, you're still going up.
you don't have to turn like that though. You could also be sideways in a plane and go straight.
Yeah, but when you're turning at like 10 Gs, I don't think you're gonna want to go that way.
No, but I'm just saying like what I wonder what the maneuver like just based on like whatever maneuver it is, like what creates the most amount of G's. That's why I was saying like surely there's a limit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. And the thing I looked up though, it also says modern fighter jets can pull 9 Gs on average,
Oh wow, that's
which
crazy.
is like 2,000 pounds on the body.
Well, it depends how much you weigh. But does it say what kind of jet that is?
Modern fighters like the F-16 and F-35. That's what it said.
Oh, I'm coughing like crazy right now. F-16 and F-35?
Yeah, those are the 2 examples it gave me for 9G.
The other question, or not question, I don't know if any of you guys can answer this, but like why? So the whole thing about Top Gun was the planes that they were or flying and like what the actors were portraying were pilots in the U.S. Navy, right? And the whole thing with the Navy is like they're at sea most of the time, if not all the time, right? But then it begs the question, like if the Navy has pilots, what's the difference between them and the Air Force other than being at sea?
I think that's the difference.
So why not just send Air Force pilots that work off of Navy ships? Oh my god!
What is wrong with you, my guy? Like landing
Oh.
on an airway versus landing on a ship.
Yeah, but you think they could just train like Air Force pilots that are like special, like their specialty would be like landing and taking off of Navy.
Well, yeah, if their specialty is landing and taking off of the Navy, then they're probably in the Navy.
But like, or they could just be able to do both. Like, I feel like if you're the Air Force, that's kind of your thing, right? Just being able to fly any plane in any condition.
I feel like it would be flying one specific plane. I feel like if you're going to be training long and hard, you're not like going to be a jack of all planes. You're going to be
Not Master Chief over here.
A what?
You're not Master Chief over here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Does Master Chief fly more than one plane?
Yeah, he flies more than one plane.
Okay. Well, I guess Guess you're not Master Chief. Then.
All right, that's we're getting a lot of stories.
That's my guess. Yeah.
Yeah, covering a lot of my topics. All right, I can take a break from saying some words, and someone else can say stuff if they got. I only got 3 more.
Yeah, you should save them up.
Well, we're not getting the Instagram handle.
What handle?
The name, arguably a podcast.
We're not getting. Oh, you asked? Did they reply?
Yeah, I contacted them and they said that they plan to resume their project in the future.
Wow.
So I don't know what that means for them. Like, we already have the podcast, arguably a podcast, on all platforms, so I don't know what they're gonna... Yeah. So basically...
they're just holding on to it.
Yeah, it's just going to be a game of chicken unless, I guess at this point, they're hoping that we just die and don't continue to make the podcast and eventually they can take the title back on Spotify and Apple or whatever.
Well,
But
we should, I don't know, maybe we could just make the Instagram arguably on Instagram, or just...
yeah,
Because the other week when we were talking about trademarking or whatever, we were just gonna... You said trademarking arguably, just the
yeah.
word.
I guess we could
So
just
yeah,
try changing it to argue. Yeah. We could try
so
to do new names.
if we trademark arguably, can we force them to change their name?
I
Not
mean,
yet.
I don't know. Yeah, because at that point, if we could trademark arguably, then could we also just trademark arguably a podcast and then? But I mean, yeah, I don't know if we could force them to change the name.
We would have to trademark arguably as a brand, because we're going out through more than just podcast, hopefully. We should open up
Contact a
a pie
lawyer.
shop. We should open up a pie shop and arguably bakers, you know?
I think we should
Arguably
get good at.
pies.
I think we should get good at one thing before we branch out too much.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Really holding yourself back.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm a bit of a perfectionist that way. Like I like to finish one thing before I start on others, which is why I have so many unfinished projects.
How many
That makes a lot of
how
sense.
long do you think it'll take to be perfect at something before you branch off?
I don't know. I feel like I have certain goals that I set in different things, and then once I've hit that goal, it's like, okay, let's try something else.
What goals must we reach until we have achieved the perfect podcast, Shalom?
I feel like once we start, gaining, oh no, once it becomes self-sustainable.
Right.
Yeesh.
Right.
Self-sustainable.
Yeah, whatever that looks like for us.
I
What
don't
does that
know.
look like for you?
Well, we get to the point where we don't have to worry about it. Like it kind of just handles itself. Like it's never gonna be a concern.
Damn.
Yeah, big.
Gonna take a while, so I guess we're not branching off.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. Like my dreams get destroyed all the time. So,
Oh,
what you thinking? Want to bake some pies?
that's what I was saying. I feel like that'd be a great time.
I feel like I can make a strawberry rhubarb pie that's too sour for you guys.
I feel like I
I
could
feel
make a
like
fucking
that
rotten
would-
apple pie for you too.
Wait, what? You cut out on my end. I didn't hear you.
I feel like I could make a rotten apple pie for you too.
Oh, I wasn't gonna use rotten strawberries. I was just gonna use sour ones.
I think I can make a damn good banana cream pie mixed with peanut butter. So you guys be all petty and bake each other's shit pies, and I'll be selling.
I actually have a dessert that I made up with the missus not too long ago that I've been dying to make, but it's just gonna take so long. Because here's what I want to do, right? I want to get like a double chocolate chip cookie dough and like mold that into a pie crust, right? And then fill it with fucking like vanilla mousse, right? And then over top have like Oreo crumbs. Oh, I think that'd be
My goodness, that sounds like diabetes.
it would taste so good.
Oh, I love mousse. Mousse is...
I know.
Oh,
I've never had a vanilla mousse either. And I'm not a huge chocolate fan, so I'm like trying to.
I
Yeah,
agree
but-
with both of those. I've never had a vanilla mousse, and I'm not a big chocolate fan, yeah.
But I think just the vanilla mousse with the double chocolate chip cookie underneath. Oh. I love how I said I'm not a big chocolate fan, but I'm saying double chocolate chip cookie. I feel like that is the one exception. I do enjoy double chocolate chip cookie. It's not my
There's
favorite cookie.
exceptions for everything.
Not my favorite cookie, but it's a good cookie. So also somehow in my life I've cut out milk, dairy milk, without meaning to. It just kind of happened. I don't remember the last time I actually had milk. I just became dairy free. Well, it's not even dairy free because I'll have cheese and stuff, but just with milk.
Milk free?
I guess milk free, yeah.
Wow.
And it wasn't planned. It just kind of happened. But I feel like my life's better for it. Using like plant-based milks, I enjoy so much more.
What
These
kind
are
of
really-
milk have you been drinking? Like almond milk?
It's normally oat. Normally oat.
Ah,
Almond every now and then if oat isn't available. But I've heard almond milk is just very bad for the environment.
Interesting.
Like catastrophically bad. Like almost as bad for the environment as cars are.
Almond milk?
Yeah, like the process it takes to make it really is just super harmful.
Damn.
I don't know why. It's just what I was told by one person, but
One
or maybe
person?
it was two people.
Jesus.
No, not him.
Okay. Oh, you like that one? You proud of that one?
Thanks for listening to Arguably Podcast, guys. Make sure to check out our Instagram and leave a review and a rate on Spotify if you listen to enough episodes. It really helps us out. And we'll catch you guys next week. Love you.
Website, Instagram.
Oh,
Apple.
website. Yeah, check out the website. There's stuff there. And then we're also on Apple Podcasts as well. Talked about the Instagram, talked about Spotify.
There we go.
And
There we go. You just need a little pointer there.
thanks.
You're welcome.